that has been running the hardest is pharmaceuticals, and right on top of that list is Suven Life Sciences. This morning as well, the stock has had a fairly good run up until now. Venkat Jasti joins in to talk about what's been happening with business. Venkat, morning. Can you talk a little bit about the news that came in from the US Patent Office yesterday and the product patent that was given to one of your NCEs?
Yes, this is the fifth product patent we have received from the US Patent Office. So far we have filed about 35 product patents. This is the fifth one. As you know, in the innovation side, unless you have a patent, the value of the innovation has no meaning. So, and this patent is valid till 2025. So we have effective, if our molecule goes into the market, say by 2015, we have effective 10-year marketing period. That's what it is worth.
Morning, Venkat. Can you give us an update on what's going on with Suven 502? I mean, have you got the money or raised the money that you need to develop it? Have you zoomed in on a partner? What's the plan?
Yeah, as you know, then this 502 has finished phase 1. Since this is for Alzheimer's, it will be a 6-month trial. To do a 6-month trial, there is an interim toxicology study has to be done, which we are undertaking it, and this will be done by August of this year. So we will be starting essentially the phase 2A, that is the proof of concept, at the end of the year. So we need the money at the end of the year. So for that, we are going to go on the roadshow by May or so, and then we'll raise the money for that.
There's a lot of talk that what is going on with the US healthcare bill will eventually turn out to be a big positive for Indian pharmaceutical companies like yours, as there is a drive for cutting costs out there in the US. Do you see that as a material, tangible benefit, or more of a sentiment rub-off?
No. It is going to be a material benefit, but it's not going to be the overnight, as you know. But being in the field already, in the innovation, very few people from India are in innovation, and I've been one of them. Our company has been one of them with collaboration with a company like Eli Lilly, and also established strong credentials in our central nervous system disorders, having 13 molecules in various stages of development. We're in a good shape. I think it will speed up all the activity for the collaborative research, so that they can have more molecules with a cost-effective, so that they can serve the public in US.
Just on that collaboration with Eli, Venkat, the expectation was that the second milestone would be coming in by the end of 2010. So where is it that you're expecting to book it? By the end of this financial year itself, or at the end of this calendar year, you think the second milestone payment should be coming up?
We hope to have it in the calendar year 2010, but certainly it should be in the financial year, that is 10-11.
Okay. One update as well, Venkat, on what's happening with a few of your other molecules like 504, 507, what stage they've reached at?
Okay, 504, which is for obesity, 507 for the schizophrenia, and 911 for the depressive disorder, depression. These are all, our aim is to move these into the IND stage this year. That means into the clinical trial. That's, we're on target.
Can you explain, Venkat, what exactly will be the material rub-off that you alluded to from what's going on in the US, and how exactly it will work in the favor of companies as yours?
What will work is, because now as you could see, a lot of companies are cutting their R&D. When they're cutting down the R&D, they need to discover drugs, and when they want to discover drugs, they need to have a collaborations. And they go to the players like us who are already established, and they will be coming more often. Right now I have only one collaboration, but I see within the next 18 months or so, I may be establishing 2 to 3 collaborations like with with other companies. So this is the kind of a material effect it will have, because there is a lot of due diligence that needs to be taken care of when the drug discovery comes into the picture. But being in this sector for the last 8 to 10 years, and having established ourselves as one of the leaders, especially in India in the central nervous system disorders, we are in a very good shape.
What you actually do on 502 will be watched very closely as an indication of things to come from Suven. What is the shape of this capital raising that you will intend to go for roadshows on? Venkat?
The intent is to move the molecule into the proof of concept so that we can find a partner to co-develop it and then market it eventually by 2013 or 14. Because this Alzheimer's, there is an unmet medical need and there is only two drugs that are there. One of them is going out of patent, which has a $3.2 billion sales, that is Aricept, Pfizer. So there will be a lot of dirt in these molecules. So there is a huge potential. That is the reason why we are going with the great data from the phase 1, we are moving into phase 2A. Usually at this time we should have a partner in place, but because of the risk averseness of these big pharma, everybody is looking at the proof of concept, that is at phase 2A level. So we are going ourselves to fund this program. There is a possibility that can be out-licensed before we start the phase 2A, since we are negotiating with the 3 big pharma, but we are not putting much weightage on it. Until it is done, it is not done. I just want to bring it up to you, and I want to all the audience also, that drug discovery is a very risk-reward basis. And also I want to bring it out that Suven is unique in the sense we are a self-funded drug discovery company. That means we have never borrowed money for the drug discovery. Only when we are going to the development, that is clinical trials, we are intent to fund this. This is very unique and not many companies are this way. So, but the risk reward, what I am talking about, we are risking our money which we earned, but the reward is going to be hundreds of fold it will happen. But the timelines, people think it is 6 months, 9 months, it's not so. From the time it takes, it is 8 to 10 years before you can see the tangible results. It can happen in 5th year when you out-license it and we are on target. It can happen this year, but because of the risk averseness, it will be after phase 2A. Of course, the reward is also going to be much, much higher, as you know.
Candidly though, Venkat, I mean, it's been a long time coming, this tie-up with innovators. The market's heard about it for many quarters now. How close or far are you to deciding on whether you want to tie up with someone or you want to go it alone, and what kind of capital infusion you're going to need?
Yeah, you see, to go alone for a company size of ours is very difficult because we have enough molecules to go alone right now, but we want to risk averseness. That means we want funding from the collaborator, we want their innovative inputs into this one so that we can bring molecules to the table and then into the market so that the values will be much, much higher. So to do our own drug discovery program, I need to have about $200 to $250 million to bring all my molecules into clinical trials, which is going to be a huge task for a company like us. So we necessarily has to be a collaborating.
Okay, Venkat, we'll leave it there. Thanks for joining in. Suven Life Sciences is still one of the big movers today, up nearly 8% in trade now. But along